Hello, everyone. This is Eric with Auto Replay, and I want to start a new segment talking about Eric's Auto Advice. Because it's a lot to go to Copart and all these other places and make all these videos, and it seems like a lot of people do reach out to me for advice on how to fix this and that. And just want to give you a disclaimer: I'm not a ASC certified mechanic. I'm just a person that's tinkered with cars and mess around with them. So, I wanted to start a segment where I go live and y'all can, all the subscribers, whoever can actually comment. And if you have any questions about a vehicle, or maybe you're about to look at purchasing a vehicle, what you should look for, or maybe a website that you may need, because there's a lot of different resources out there. And I just wanted to, kind of see this may be a good thing for a segment is to go live maybe every day at a certain time, and that way you can see, we can have some interaction, because a lot of times when I see the comments come through YouTube, and if I have enough knowledge about it, I can try to respond and to help y'all, what I mean. Like I said, I'm not a certified mechanic, so what I mean, a lot of times in a lot of new cars nowadays, they have changed a lot where it's a lot to the diagnosis of it, and you really got to have somebody that's very knowledgeable on how to diagnose the problem. And at some point, when you have a car, if you buy it new, you can maintain it, but after a while, what point does it make sense to get a new car, or does it make sense to keep putting money into this car? What I mean. It's a lot of different factors that play into the equation. What I mean. Um, I just want to show y'all. I'm gonna see if I can get an 800 number so y'all can actually call in, and that way I could have basically I'll have a speakerphone, another phone where I could talk with you and you could be on the live at the same time, trying to see how that'll work, and go from there. But I do appreciate everybody watching the videos and everything like that, and we'll see if we can make this live thing happen. What I mean. So it's going to take some time, man, to really kind of get it going and whatnot. But I could talk about buying used cars, buying new cars. That's one thing I did want to look at. I don't have the sales paper from the new car, but a lot of times when you buy a new car, you can go upside down on it if you don't put any money down, and all the warranties and stuff like that, and just the value of the car going down. What I mean. So, but the way I kind of looked at it, why I bought a new car was I was renting cars and I was spending a lot of money. I was spending thousands of dollars on rental cars. What I mean. So at that point, it made sense for me just to go buy one because it was cheaper at that point. What I mean. And all the places I was going, I want to make sure that I had a good car that I had to worry about. And the only thing is that if I go to trade this car in, that Chevy Equinox, it's upside down because I didn't put any money down on it. So that's what I'm trying to see. What I mean, about this live thing. So I'm you know try to do this every day. See how it works out. What I mean, and go from there, and see what y'all think about it, man. So it gives you time to kind of interact. I got some other things I'm gonna be doing. What I mean, and we'll go from there. So I'm just trying to see if anybody would come on, because we got about, I think it's like about 1,422 subscribers right now with this channel. So it's a good subscriber base. And, what I mean, I know probably a lot of y'all just look at it from time to time. So it all depends on what you're trying to do. What I mean. Do you want to flip cars? That's a certain, way of looking at it. I mean, because there's different avenues you go. You could go to Copart. It's a good way to look at a lot of different cars at one place. And the only thing is you can't drive it, but you can, put it in drive and reverse and kind of feel how the transmission is. You could roll the windows up and down, press all the buttons, make sure everything works, listen to the engine, check the fluid, check the tires, check the body. And usually if you look at the condition of a car, you can usually kind of tell if somebody maintained it or not, what I mean, or if it's been modified, anything like that. So usually it's good to find good low mileage car that's been well maintained? You know, does it have all four same brand tires on it? You know, is the body in good condition? Is the interior in good condition? You know, is the the engine bay look clean? You know what I mean? Like it's a lot to it, and you can find deals out there. It's just that they're far and few, but they're hard to come by. You may have to look at 100 or 200 cars to find one good used car that maybe $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 that has low mileage and that's well taken care of. And it's like you could just, after looking at a lot of them online, you can just see it. You know what I mean? Because you're like, okay, it kind of looks still like a brand new car in a sense. You know what I mean? And usually the way the wording and the description is that, if you're looking at like Facebook or something like that, or Craigslist or eBay Motors is another good tool, if you want to buy a car online. And just that, with that, you would, those are a little bit more expensive cars, you know what I mean? They'll be several thousands of dollars, you know what I mean? And that's something to look at too. It's like when you're valuing your car, is it special edition? Is it like a Dodge RT? You know what I mean, or a SC, or something that makes it where it's a low mileage, a low manufactured car where they only made like 1,000 of them or 500 of them or something like that as a special edition. You know what I mean? So that kind of thing helps the value of your car. They made 100,000 of them. You know what I mean? They're just grocery getters. Then the value of the car is not going to be worth as much. You know what I mean? You know, unless you just put it in the garage and let it sit, for 20 years, then it might be worth $20,000, $30,000. You know what I mean? I was looking at one guy, Flying Wheels, and he talks about him and his brother made a video on a 240SX, a Nissan 240SX that was at an auction, and they do have Mecum and Barrett Jackson auctions and stuff like that, and they had one that said I think it was like 5,000, 6,000 miles or something like that, and you know the history on the car is very interesting because it looks like there was some repair done to the front end of it because the radiator support was not the same color as the car. It was black instead of being red, and then it looked like somebody had repaired the top of the radiator support, you know what I mean, because they could see it. And then the carpet on the trunk was not original to the factory. So the more factory OEM parts you have in a car, the more it's valued, unless you just looking at something that's highly modified and you're going towards that. It could be a tuner, or somebody just wants to buy a donk or something like that, and kind of go from there. So it's a lot of different ways to look at it. It's I've always enjoyed cars, and had buddies that enjoyed them too. If you could find like a BMW M3 or M4 or something like that, that helps out. You know what I mean? Where or a Nissan 240SX that's got the SR20 DET, swap in, and it's all been redone and all this and that. So I want to hear from y'all. If y'all can chime back. I want to start going live and see kind of what makes sense for y'all, what times, you know what I mean, and see if this can be beneficial to both of us. I'll see if I can get an 800 number where y'all could just call in, and or if you want to go live together, let me know. Basically you would just message me and just say, hey, let's go live, like this day at this time, and I'm on Eastern Standard Time right now, so we could discuss your issue or whatever, or if you're looking at a car, like what's the condition of the car, and you could jump on your phone and we could talk about it, and you could show me, be like, let's look underneath the car, like the undercarriage, let's look in the engine bay, let's look in the interior, let's look at the body, you know what I mean, are there any things and dents and stuff like that. So it's a lot to it, man. So we'll see. I know I haven't been on this channel for a while, so going live is different, but I'm probably gonna make a video on when it makes sense to buy a new car, like the money part of it. And I'm trying to see where I have like authority, you know what I mean, in a sense, just because I dabbled and tinker with cars. I mean, that doesn't really mean much. My buddies had their own shops, and I kind of just helped them out with it. And yeah, I don't mind tinkering on them. I mean, if they're going to be mine if I had the time, but yeah, if you watch the channel, it's kind of turned into just kind of talking about them. So I want to have more of a channel that you would chime in to me and let's talk about, a car. Maybe you have a good story, or maybe you're looking at buying a car. You want to, show me on the condition of it, see what I think, see what's valued at. That'd be cool right there. I think, like, let's look at what the value of a car is. You know what I mean? And if I could, I would love to figure out a way to um, put pictures on here. I don't know if there's a way to actually add pictures. What does this do? I'm trying to learn. Pin. Oh, okay. I could put products on here. What does this do? There's different modes. Okay. Yeah, so kind of new to this thing, man. And I'm just gonna start going live, man, every day. Then y'all can just chime in. So I do appreciate it, and just hit me up, and we'll go from there.